It is the Flow Friday Sports Show, and it's time to take a look at Sunraysia Netball with the head Kanga, our resident expert, Caitlin Vine. Caitlin, great to be back with you. How are you?
I'm good. Still recovering from the weekend. It's been a quick turnaround, but well rested and looking forward to this weekend.
I was going to say you better recover quick, Caitlin, because the Kangas are going to be called upon again in the A grade and in some other grades too this weekend. Let's talk about the weekend's action. We'll just firstly go to the A grade. So Ouyen United Kangas with a big win and marching on into the next round of finals, Caitlin.
Yeah, it was a mixed day of emotions on Sunday. We headed to Redcliffe for the semi-final. We started off with our A grade, who came out firing against South Mildura. We, as I mentioned last week, had an unfortunate injury with our top goalie, Taylor, who has unfortunately done her ACL. So that sort of rattled us initially, but our team has really stood up. We're very versatile. So one of our other shooters, who is usually a defender, came out into the goal attack position to replace Taylor. We had our coach, Casey, come into goal shooter and have a lot of versatility throughout our centre court as well. So everyone really stepped up. It was an intense game right from the first whistle right until the end. South had a fantastic mid-court pressure. Their goalies shot well and their defence was relentless. It's probably some of the tightest physical defence that you'll see. So it was a fantastic game to watch. It was super tight. The crowd was fantastic. And we were lucky to end up getting up by 6 goals. So Ouyen United 48 to South Mildura 42.
A fantastic result indeed. Let's just talk about how some of the other sides from Ouyen United went on the weekend, Caitlin.
Yeah, unfortunately, our B grade didn't go as well. We started off okay, so it took us a little while to wake up and get into the game. We played against Irimpool, who were a very different team to the last time we played them. Last time we won quite comfortably. This time they just came out firing. They were very strong. Their shooters didn't miss. They were hard to get around. Their defenders were tight and their mid-court pressure was fantastic. So it was really hard to get the ball. They played a safe game. Their passes were fantastic, which made it really difficult for us to intercept. We had an improved second quarter. We brought on some more experienced legs in Megan Jardine to sort of calm our centre court down. Eliza in goals played fantastically. She was extremely accurate and moved really well. It was a tough day down the back for us defenders. We didn't get away with very much. So all around very tough and ended up going down by, I think, 5 goals. So a disappointing loss for us. We were really confident moving into finals because we'd had such a good run on in the second half of the season, but bittersweet. A lot of us will continue to sit on the bench for A grade, so we're still in it and we'll obviously support them. And at the same time, we had the 15-2s playing over on the junior court. These girls were amazing, considering this is their first time in finals. They were very level-headed. They dealt with the huge crowd really well. It was a huge fight. Made a few changes, but they adapted well. Unfortunately, they ended up losing by 3 goals. It was a very intense last quarter, but the girls should be so proud of themselves just for making it that far. A couple of unfortunate losses, but obviously lots to take home from it, lots to work on, and obviously really exciting for our A-grade girls to progress through.
So, Caitlin, obviously now everyone's attention switches to just being fully on board with supporting the A-grade girls, but just give us some sort of insight into the direction that everyone now goes down internally. Is it a case of just, getting ready for all those sort of end-of-season prezos, or is there already a look towards next season? Are there some discussions had with players from between the B grade and the 15s? Just bring us in on what it all looks like from here.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a funny time of year. I mean, the rest of our grades have obviously finished up a couple of weeks ago, so they're well and truly relaxing into the off season. The rest of us are sort of still on, still in the game. We're still training really hard, supporting the A graders and still working on that stuff. And then obviously, as the executive, we're starting to sort of tidy up the end of the year and look towards next year, looking towards coaches and stuff. But trying not to get too far ahead of ourselves. We're just trying to support the A grade at this stage.
There we have it. Now let's look ahead to the weekend's action. The A grade, obviously the team that everyone is talking about, and you've got some real prospects going into this finals series. Caitlin, so is there a fear at all that, given that it was a fairly close game on the weekend, that, you know, you might have already sort of exerted a lot more energy and emotion than you would have liked to? Or is it more a case of, no, we got the win, we played really well, and we're 100% up and about for the next task that we've got?
I think the girls are 100% up and about. I mean, we'll head into this Saturday at Wentworth. We'll be playing Mildura. So Mildura we played only a couple of weeks ago in the final round of the home and away season. So that game is still very fresh in our minds. And keeping in mind we have a completely different team now. So we've had Esther out in the goal attack position, but that's not to say that, you know, that's where she'll be on Saturday. We have so much versatility in our team. Both our shooters can easily defend. A couple of our defenders can shoot. Our DK runs really well in centre and wing defence. Our centre players run well in the wing attack and the wing defence role. So there's so much versatility. And then obviously looking onto our bench, we've got some fantastic B graders as well that could come on at any minute and sort of mix that stuff up depending if we need height against someone or speed. So I think our versatility is what's kind of feeding our excitement and our drive. Obviously, it's a quick turnaround. It's only a 6-day turnaround. So we've had to work really hard this week with recovery. But I think we're confident. You know, obviously, Mildura are really tough. We've lost both times by, I think, 8 goals to them throughout the season. But finals is different. And I think if last week's anything to go by, our A-grade team are finals hungry. They're the type of people that step up and play, you know, a whole new level of netball in that finals fever. So I know Tashani Burns, who's one of our amazing, very experienced goalkeepers, she also plays in wing defence. She's someone who's so hungry in finals. She just pulls out all the stops, and you'll never see her move and push the way she does in finals. So I think the girls are really excited. They're focused and driven, and I think Mildura will have to really pull the stops out if they want to keep up. It will be a tough game, obviously, but yeah, we're really excited, and with the way that we've been training this week, hopefully we can pull it off.
Are you expecting a cagey affair to begin with, or do you reckon both sides will go at it hammer and tong, Caitlin?
I'm not really sure. I think Mildura, their shooters can, I guess, be affected by the game and the crowd at times. So, you know, if they're rattled early, then that might cause a bit of upset within their team. But I think if we keep our heads level, and I know that Mildura's defence are very level-headed, I think that it'll be quite serious and going hard straight from that first whistle.
There we have it. Caitlin Vine, the head Kanga from the Ouyen United Kangas, talking all things Sunraysia Netball finals. We wish you and your team all the best this weekend, Caitlin, and we look forward to hearing how it all goes next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much. Go Kangas.